Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. Yeah, Brandon Aiyuk continues to embarrass himself. Let's check this out.
As much as I love the guy, he does not and should not get the 35 that Justin Jefferson got. I'm on follow somebody. You clearly want it to be a headline.
What happened, bro? They said they don't want me back.
So Brandon Aiyuk continues to play
Yo, is that true or is he trolling?
49ers, and while in the earlier part of the offseason,
Is he sniffing to get a trade or some shit?
We're getting to a point where it's very, very complicated. You see, in the middle of March, it's very easy for players to get traded. Teams are still trying to construct their rosters, and it's before the NFL draft, so you could typically come up with a plan B whenever you want to replace that wide receiver. But now we're in the middle of June, and teams are starting OTAs and mandatory minicamp. There's a huge question as to what the San Francisco 49ers are going to do with Aiyuk. So before we get to the content, we're giving away copies of College Baseball 25. All you have to do to be entered is follow me on Instagram or Twitter. We're going to be giving away copies to both followers, and now that we got all that out of the way,
W intro.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Brandon Aiyuk was extremely aggressive. I mean, the moment they lost the Super Bowl, you saw Brandon Aiyuk crying.
I mean, who wouldn't after losing the Super Bowl where they barely even got him the ball? He had like what, two catches or 2 targets or whatever. Like, bro, how are you in the biggest stage and you don't get your best wide receiver involved, bro? Like, come on, who wouldn't be upset about that? Damn, that long ass mic. Pause.
Just guys that came in to work.
Damn, bro, you can hear the pain in his voice.
Be champions every single day. That's all I got. Thanks, man.
Damn, man.
This is further compounded by the fact that Brandon Aiyuk was extremely cryptic after the Super Bowl loss.
It's your hope to remain 49ers moving forward?
And then a few days later, his girlfriend made sure that everybody knew that they might not be there anymore.
Okay, this might have been the last day we touched foot on Levi Stadium, me and Braylon, because
Called this nigga Braylon.
next season.
And even his best friend made sure everybody knew that Brandon Aiyuk might be out of there on Instagram, saying this is the exact reason why we're leaving San Francisco.
Like, if they didn't want him, bro, you know what I'm saying? They should have been traded him, but I think it's gotten to this point where I really think they do want to keep him, but Aiyuk just doesn't want to be there, bro. Like, all the shit that he's saying, I don't really think it's true that they say that they don't want him, bro. But I feel like it is gonna come to a point where he may get traded, or you know what I'm saying, they might just let him walk, which I would hope they would trade him if they were just gonna let him leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? At least get something back for him. But
my brother,
this shit is getting crazier and crazier every time I hear something about the Aiyuk situation.
Shanahan and Brock Purdy. Why does your All-Pro 1,300-yard receiver
and he's not showing up to minicamp?
Super Bowl? And typically the player in question would come out and say,
"Hey, this is just what my inner circle's saying. It's not what I'm saying."
But Brandon Aiyuk started the fire by posting this to his Instagram story after the 49ers Super Bowl loss. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, don't forget what got you there.
You would think that would be it, but it would get more and more intense.
Hey, he's speaking facts, bro.
In late March, John Lynch said that the 49ers are actively talking with Brandon Aiyuk.
Well, CMC technically, you know what I'm saying, got him there, but Aiyuk did help a lot having a breakout year.
Aiyuk playing on the 5th-year option. Brandon Aiyuk then posted this to his story saying, "Money talks, bullshit walks." And the rest of this isn't stuff that isn't any new to us, guys. Brandon Aiyuk would then unfollow his team on social media, and there was a huge question of what was to happen with Brandon Aiyuk. And without Brandon Aiyuk even doing anything, things got significantly more intense over the past couple of weeks. And how could it not be? I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown got a huge contract extension.
Devontae Smith did as well, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson.
Very shortly after that, AJ Brown got a contract extension from the Philadelphia Eagles, making him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. The arms race was officially on, with Brandon Aiyuk's contract also expiring, Justin Jefferson being the undisputed best wide receiver in the league that wanted a new contract as well, and CeeDee Lamb wanting a new contract. The Bengals
T. Higgins
really
and Jamar Chase
teams if they signed either T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. So the question was, who was going to get paid next? Well, it was Justin Jefferson, who would reset the wide receiver market at $35 $35 million a year annually. Meanwhile, Brandon Aiyuk didn't have a brand new contract, and things just got way more complicated for the San Francisco 49ers. You see, in previous videos, I made sure to emphasize that Brandon Aiyuk isn't just your typical wide receiver. He's not as replaceable as you think. Not only is this guy one of the most statistically dominant wide receivers
and he's
in the NFL,
one of the best route runners,
improving as a wide receiver each and every year. I mean, going from 748 receiving yards in his
he's improved
season
every
to
single season.
26 in his
Like, this is one reason why they should re-sign him and trade Debo. Like, don't trade Aiyuk, trade Debo Samuel, bro, because Aiyuk can do it all more than what Debo can do it. Debo is just like a hybrid, you know what I'm saying, receiver slash running back and shit like that. Aiyuk can actually get you separation and big plays down the field.
To 1,015 in his third season to 1,300.
If they let Aiyuk go, bro, that'll be the dumbest shit they've ever done.
His career so far. But on top of
because
this,
that would basically mean you have two similar receivers with Debo and Ricky Pearsall. Like, come on now.
The best run blocking wide receivers in the entire NFL, and it's very difficult to replace Brandon.
And they also got Jacob Cowing,
caveats of
rookie from Arizona.
Offense. You have so many different ways.
Then they re-signed Juwan Jennings,
and it's one of the most versatile offenses in the entire NFL. I mean, it could be a Debo Samuel jet sweep. It could be a fake. They could send Debo Samuel into motion and hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. Meanwhile, you have Brandon Aiyuk and George Kittle, who are both great receivers, but also pretty good run blockers. And that opens up the play action for Brock Purdy. It's one of the most versatile offenses in the entire NFL, and therefore, their players have a significant amount of leverage. It's why they signed Christian McCaffrey to a 2-year, $38 million contract extension. It's why they extended Debo
still
like
criminally underpaid, bro.
In my previous videos on this topic that it was very unlikely that the 49ers kept both Debo Samuel and Brandon Aiyuk, but recently the trend indicates otherwise. Philadelphia Eagles were able to retain Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. The Miami Dolphins were able to pay Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and they still have to pay Tua. The recent trends indicate that it's possible to keep your top two wide receivers.
It's probably a big reason why they let Christian Wilkins go.
Strategy to build a Super Bowl contender is a completely different story. But after seeing this, Brandon Aiyuk decided to add fuel to the fire once again. But it's kind of difficult to determine who has more leverage in this situation. Regardless, Brandon Aiyuk really stoked the flames when he posted this video onto TikTok. In this video, he FaceTimes one of his college quarterbacks that happened to be the number 2 pick in this year's NFL draft.
Hey, bro, this is kind of, bro, I know, you know what I'm saying, Commanders fans probably rubbing their hands watching this shit, bro. I really think if Aiyuk gets traded to the Commanders, you know how dangerous that offense would be? Bro, oh my gosh, having Aiyuk, Terry McLaurin, and Jahan Dotson at the helm, bro. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get scary for the Commanders, bro. Oh my gosh.
They said they don't want me back.
Bro, JD is hilarious, gang.
Now look, do I think it's likely that the Washington Commanders trade for Brandon Aiyuk? I don't necessarily know. It's nothing against Brandon Aiyuk. It's just, if you're the Washington Commanders is trading for Brandon
They still
Aiyuk,
got a lot of cap space left too.
Dotson, you have Terry McLaurin. Don't get me wrong, Brandon Aiyuk is an amazing wide receiver, but I think at this point, his leverage is starting to dissipate, and you're starting to see this all around the NFL. I mean, T. Higgins just signed a 1-year contract extension with the Cincinnati Bengals, which is very reminiscent of what happened with Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants last year. At this point, it's the middle of June. According to Ari Meirov, apparently multiple teams were interested in trading for Brandon Aiyuk before the draft,
including the Jaguars,
but they never received an offer that blew them away. After the draft, they shifted their focus to negotiating an extension, but the booming wide receiver market makes this challenging. The 49ers' preference is obviously for Aiyuk to be a part of their future, but at the same time, they have a contingency plan in place. Remember, their very first pick in this year's NFL draft was a wide receiver selected in the first round.
Ricky Pearsall.
So
that shit shocked the hell out of me, because I knew Ricky Pearsall was good, but Bro, him going the first round, even though they didn't need a receiver, bro, absolutely blew me away.
Wide receivers departs. Which wide receiver that's going to be remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, you could tell that Brandon Aiyuk's really dialing up the pressure on the San Francisco 49ers. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're a 49ers fan. What do you want the 49ers to do about this situation?
I'm not,
Aiyuk's going a little
I'm not a Niners fan, but you know what I'm saying? I can give my opinion on the situation. I feel like they shouldn't trade Aiyuk, bro. That's the bottom line. Keep him, you know what I'm saying? Resign him. Trade Deebo Samuel, bro, because you already have Ricky Pearsall who can do the same things that Deebo can do, where there's end around jet sweeps, you know what I'm saying? Him coming out of the backfield and shit like that. He can do the same things. And Aiyuk is more of that route running deep threat, you know what I'm saying, for y'all who's a traditional wide receiver, not a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? So trade Deebo. And Deebo might have, I feel like Deebo might have more leverage being that he's already on a contract right now. You know what I'm saying? They already paid him and shit like that. And teams, you know what I'm saying, gonna have, they're gonna want that. They're gonna get more value out of him, you know what I'm saying, for him to have multiple years with that one team. But I wanna know what you guys think down in the comments below, bro, about this whole situation. Do y'all agree with me, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think is gonna happen. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notification, notified whenever I drop another banger video. We're on the road to 300 subs, so I'm gonna get there for more banger NFL content like this. Without further ado, I'm out. Gang.